So, I went to Karachi.
तेरी महफिलों में हम न होंगे, लगेंगी ठोकरें जख्म न होंगे। सुना तो दे तुझे अब हाल दिल ये, बांट के भी गम तो कम न होंगे। तो लिखने दो मुझे अब हिजर की उन दूरियों पे, क्या तुम पढ़ोगे मर्सी है मेरी मजबूरियों के। ये जलते दिए रहे गवाह उस अफसुर्दगी के, इसके सिरहाने कितने जाम मैंने पिए होंगे। दिए दर्द तूने वैसे दर्द ही नहीं है, कोल्ड वर्ल्ड ये दुनिया मुझसे जलती रही है, पर इस कलम को नहीं ज़वाल ये तो चलती रही है। करती है कमाल ये भी लिखती है सवाल तुमसे।
So, Karachi is not the city that I was born in, but it is the city that I was raised in. From the ages of 9 to 16, you could find me on the streets of Karachi playing cricket, reading, writing, learning how to drive, learning how to jack a car, learning how to ride a bike. Did it all in Karachi, man. But this time when I went to Karachi, I had an agenda. I had to promote my book. Simple as that. A Dream Is All I Need to Get By came out on 26 December 2021 as I was flying to Pakistan. So it came out while I was on the plane. My whole point of going to Karachi was to promote A Dream Is All I Need to Get By and have a book launch and find local publishers so my audience in Pakistan can also, read it. And I would say that I kind of pretty much did all of that.
Why do you do this to me? Why you? I know तुम मेरी नहीं, I do. Why do you do this to me? Why you? I know तुम मेरी नहीं, I know तुम मेरी नहीं.
So last year, I made some friends on Clubhouse. Most of them were either from Karachi or were in Karachi. Ghazi Bhai, Ali Bhai, Irfan Bhai, Haris Bhai, all of these people that became acquaintances on an audio speaking app became real life friends. Ghazi Bhai was a delight. He also hosts a podcast called Kya Kahega Ghazi. I actually stayed with him for a week to figure out logistics on how we were going to do the book launch. We ended up doing a live podcast and question and answers where whoever attended the event got a free copy of my book. So thanks Ghazi Bhai for that. Ali Bhai, on the other hand, is also a podcaster. He hosts a podcast called the TPR, the Padded Room. He came from Ireland. We sort of planned our trip in a way that we could intersect and meet. It was wonderful. It was amazing. He's a delight. He's one of the most funniest people I've ever met. Dry pan humor. Just an overall amazing dude. Irfan Bhai, well, he's Irfan Bhai. He's Irfan Janejo. We met once in Birmingham. This is the photo for that. And then we just became friends online. He came on our podcast a few times and he just ended up being larger than life. He's a beautiful human being, an amazing creator. I saw him create firsthand, take some of the best pictures I've ever seen anyone take. And he just was welcoming and kind and amazing. That's all I have to say about him. Also, his food recommendations were really good too. Like, he knows what he's talking about when he's talking about food. I feel like when I went to Karachi this time, I made friends that would stay with me for a very long time. And I'm not saying that because we're going to stay in touch forever or we're going to talk every day. It's more like creatively inclined people who are on the same creative wavelength as you are really, really hard to find. And I think I was lucky enough to be amongst people who are in that same wavelength and in that same group. I learned a lot from them. I learned a lot about myself from them. I learned how to create better content and be a better writer and be a better person and be a better friend just by hanging out with people who are creatively inclined. And that's something that I was craving here in Toronto for a while. There is a creative community here that I am drawn towards. I hope to be connected with them soon. If you are one of those creative people in Toronto that want to connect with me, you know where to find me. Links in the doobly-doo below. One of the more important reasons that I went to Karachi was that I have been writing a novel for the past year or two. It's actually been 4 years, and the trouble that I've been faced with majority of the time is that because half of that novel is based in Karachi, I just didn't remember how the city was. I didn't remember how things felt. I didn't remember how the city smelled. There was a point when I was writing that story, and I told the story at the Kya Kahega Ghazi Live podcast where my book was launched, about how I was writing a story where a character goes to a general store to buy milk, and I forgot the smell of the general store. I took a lot of notes this time when I went around. I went around to a lot of places that I usually don't, and I learned a lot about a lot of things. So I just came back with a whole new outlook of what I wanted to write about, what I wanted to say. So keep an eye out on that. I will hopefully document a lot of that journey. Karachi, everybody who I met in Karachi, you guys are beautiful people, wonderful people. Thank you for entertaining me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for keeping me. I love you all. I will miss you all. And until I see you guys next time,
I do.
take care.
Why do you do this to me? Why you? I know तुम मेरी नहीं, I know तुम मेरी नहीं.